welcome to the channel. This is the Two Villages and we are at it again. Mugelo, best believe we na.
Rizwagi to her face.
This is me, Keho, also known as K Monate, and as always, I'm rolling with Skumba.
Shaperuze buffets. Vandaag we are back at it again. Kamalaga is kumpuzo. School. So yeah, we at it again and it's nice to see you guys again. We here.
Of course, guys, we keep our promises. La one man. Hey, Luna, happy to see you.
Where we at now with you.
Exactly, guys. Today we have a very interesting topic that we're going to be covering. We're going to be covering schooling in the village, okay? All different aspects of it. Ritsena, benekantiditabeng, guys. Liskabakala buga is just, just a guide.
Because of course we need guidance.
We need guidance, guys. You understand again. So yeah. So the first thing that we're gonna be talking about is schooling in the village versus schooling outside of the village. In as much as we are all from the village, and as we mentioned in our intro video that we didn't go to the same schools. One of us went to schools in town and then the other one within the village. So just weighing out, or just laying rather out the differences.
Yeah, definitely that's what we're gonna talk about, and I think I'll go first. For me, primary was actually nice. We had the best teachers. That my favorite teacher was Mrs. Honote. There's this other yellow bone teacher. That one was dope. Was my favorite. And then there was this teacher also that taught us Afrikaans. Hey, that one was a bit of a movie. That one, learning Afrikaans was quite hectic. But I think I took a lot from those lessons and stuff. So the state of mind when you go from secondary through to high school, I think it's a bit different. Like in a sense that with my own experience, maybe other people at home, maybe Lona Akit, maybe Lona Popa, but for now I think Yonse Patene Takala was that attending classes. We did attend classes. The classmates also there was a lot of things happening, because if you'd find that there's activities that teachers didn't know about, like smoking, behind closed doors, and teaching classes, and so there's a lot that happened for us, in secondary through to high school. Like I said, like it's age for hectic. It was hectic, It was hectic. Your state of mind, as an individual, you had to channel yourself right, because also the teachers were teaching. I won't lie, but if I have to be honest, you as a student had to push yourself harder, because sometimes you get comments like you know and at that point in time, you really don't get, it doesn't really register what it means, and you just find out later in life.
What did they actually mean by that?
Yeah. So I don't know, how was it for you in town?
Oh, making me feel like a sellout. Can you guys hear that, right?
I did say you're a
Yeah, man, like I said, I went to Kreche.
Yeah.
So go Kreche Yarona. Guys, we never spoke English as much. Like, I didn't know English as good. Do you understand? And then, Kaya Bosu. And then, in that school, we had to speak English, guys. Everything, like, English was the medium of communication. So I kind of struggled when I first got there. Because, like, I couldn't understand everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I got used to it. Nobody taught me English. I was there. No, it just, I don't know. I just fell into it. I just listened and then I grasped. I think the nice thing about being a child is that you learn quickly. Your brain is still so fresh, and you get to absorb quickly, you know. So yeah, but it was funny because luckily for me, my teacher was black in grade 1. So she would laugh at me so hard, like when I tried, and she always put me on the spot. It's like she could see that, you know, this child has potential, but there's this language that is like
that's just cowarting her.
Pila. So she'd always put me on the spot, and sometimes she'd just laugh at me like, I'm out of a So yeah, that was a transition for me. But then I got used to it. Primary is cool, man. It was just like you said as well, like homework, it was school, that's it. Like we'll just have tea. That's it, you know.
Yeah.
And then with me, I didn't have the middle school, so my high school starts from grade 8 and then all the way till matric.
Okay.
So then from my primary, then I went to Granville High School, and yeah, man, I think like the general experiences, we experienced the same thing in terms of Kustodu. I wouldn't say Horego Granville, but there was all of that. Like people were banking, people were not coming to school, people were smoking, like all of those things were there. It's just that I don't know, it's masked in a way that it's not seen, it's not publicized in that sense. Do you understand? Like the level of discipline, I would say they tried a lot. Like even because before you get to the school, you go for interviews, and on that interviews you come with your parents, so they lay the rules to your parents and everything, and every now and then they have parents meeting and whatnot, and if a certain child is behaving a certain way, they will call in your parents. So I think like the level of discipline, even though but it was a little bit tight in that sense.
Okay.
I understand. So yeah, I don't think there was quite a difference because I didn't know you guys also did Afrikaans.
Afrikaans is actually cool, eh? Like the Afrikaans is actually cool. Like I remember, like in class, the best thing about like especially orals were my favorites because we would laugh each other off like nobody's goddamn business. Like they'll say, Kuzwayo, it's your turn. Stand up, right? And then Kuzwayo stands up, and then you'll stand up and be like, this is like you need to read this, and then the class is dead. Like we laughing, and the only thing that you're doing is like you like want some and it was the most funniest thing actually, because we like how do you expect us to learn this, you know, in high school? You understand?
So you didn't do it in primary?
I had done it in primary, but I wouldn't really like to believe that everybody else there, you know, like maybe because it's different primaries and stuff, and also you had to choose the subject in primary if you had to substitute with something else, I think, for primary. So I don't know how I opted to choose for Africa, but for me, I'm not that perfect, but it wasn't really that bad. It wasn't really that bad. And when coming to that thing that you mentioned about the parents meeting, you know, you'd call, like, if you're in trouble, you go around there in the spots there with the spotong now, okay, mama zala oli, okay, and then you explain your story to the mama zala, and like ishko school babatla, you know. I'm telling you, and you rock half with the mamas. I've seen that happen literally.
Wow, guys, and the mamas also go. Wow,
they go, because maybe what's episode something. Maybe what's episode like a young, like mama zala is kina likirinyana 15 so babata motsa di ko school, and your parents wouldn't even know about that. Legit. That was just hectic.
No, Brando, like our communication with the parents was strict. Like they had your parents' numbers from day one, and every time they would send your parents messages, whether you're getting reports today, whether you're getting a newsletter today, whether today is sports day, whether today is exams are starting, exams are finishing, whatever. Like your parent knows exactly what's going on every single day when you go to school.
Really?
Yeah, because they send them the SMS.
I think in my school they would have charged the SMS money.
Wow, guys. Okay. Anyways, we can see that there isn't that much of a difference. It's just, one is there, the other one is there. There's a certain way of doing things there's a certain way of doing things on the other hand as well. But I think the other thing would be like activities, like sporting activities or like just extramural activities that you guys had and what we had, you know.
In our school, I think basically, actually I was surprised. We had a volleyball team that was actually quite cool. And at some point I saw the guys playing cricket, which is actually cool as well. The netball team we had, and football definitely, because at home there's just this insane amount of love for football. Soccer is just the big thing when you up there. Like go high school, I don't think I played go high school, for the teams there. But yeah, like the in terms of sports, we had all those things that went down, and it was quite good. And there were also school trips regarding sport, with other schools, which was so nice.
And athletics, I think.
Athletics as well. I don't want to talk about athletics, but we had athletics.
Okay. Guys. It's okay.
I'm telling you, like I lost one time. Like it was so bad. It was so bad.
Shame. We feel for you. And then any other extras like debating and things?
Oh yeah, debate. Yeah. We had that. I remember I presented our school with our other fellow schoolmates. I think go town. I don't know which school was it. Was it even in town? I no longer really remember. But I remember we went out for debate. We started in class. It was an English class, and they selected a few people for English, and I think I was actually part of those, and it was actually quite a nice experience to go for such activity in school. It was actually nice.
So there is quite a variety. I mean, you can choose like a tailor what you would have wanted to do.
Definitely. That's.
Yeah, no, we had a lot. We had
I can imagine.
Yeah, we had everything, guys. Literally. We had chess. We had soccer, netball, hockey, tennis. Basketball, you name it, like swimming, it was there. Swimming, it was there. Like literally everything, every sport you can think of was there. And extramurals, we had even drama, we had debating, public speaking, we had social club. Yo, like guys, I'm really busy. Grenville in about it's like 1:30, but by 3 o'clock you still find kids there because it was busy. Like yeah. So yeah, I think we've outlined that. The discipline in the school in terms of late coming, in terms of if you did something wrong in class, what would be done to you, and just discipline in general. How was that?
As I was shy. Simple as that. Oh, they say shy. Yo, pop, pop. Like you knew. Even if you late, you must receive. Off ramp, receive. Fail a test, you receive. Like we were receivers of Induku. If you didn't get, I remember our maths teacher, Mr. Makinita. Damn that guy. Yo, if you have a homework in the morning, your flash book must be there by the staff room door. There must be there. If it's not there, if it's and that guy did the most. I think he had like a PhD of strapping school kids. That one disciplined kids, didn't really play with kids.
Oh wow.
You know, so discipline in that form was actually bad. But I think for us it was necessary. You know, I think for us it was necessary because of we had like I don't know this concept that I mean we've gotten used to. We had gotten used to just knowing that if you do this, you're gonna get that. And if you don't want to get that, do not do that. You understand? So it was a matter of just decision making. And sometimes, I don't know, I think when you're late, the least you could do, but la udulisa kontle, or let kena ko scale, le sele dipampiri, you know? And yeah, I think that was just that. But the main thing that just stand out was that you had to receive. You know, you just had to receive because the parents like it wasn't really a thing unless for heavy stuff. For heavy stuff, you know, yeah. Then your parents will be called in. But in terms of just coming late, even if you're doing it frequently, or what, they'll just discipline you until you get your things right.
Yo, bruh, I remember. Yo, guys, the struggles are busy. Yo, teamwork. Jesus Christ. I don't even know how I made it through. But, like, dude, we were always late. Literally, always late. And for you to be on time, it means you have to go on a 5 o'clock bus. Like, not for 5 o'clock, yeah, it's okay. So, like, that was punishment, especially in winter. Yo.
School is tonight, Agoma.
It's a 7:15, yeah. Yeah, first bell is at 7:15, and then assembly, I think it starts at past. Yeah.
So transport was a mission.
Transport was a mission, guys. Like, we were always late. And then you'd be running there because we'd have teachers there by the gate with leaders as well. Heman, you have to run around. Honey, that time, wajulugane, nobody cares. They're like, honey, but you're late though. But you're late. Eman Jotan so like so like I mentioned, like they were constantly in communication with our parents. So whenever you're late, best believe your mom knows, your dad knows. So yeah, so they had this thing of if you're late, you're not attending classes. So it's like you've wasted your whole day. So they had a late comers corner. Yeah, so you just sit there the whole day. If you had to submit, you're not submitting. If you had to write a test, you're not writing. So they punish you in that sense. Then you get to 0 and stuff like that. So essentially, it impacted your academics. So we had to make a decision for 4, you know. So yeah, guys, it was hectic, shame. Other things, like I said, it was always bona grand villainessa diliga ngwana o tla dilwa ke motsadi age. That's it. Babitsa motsadi go gore wena just ba relax. Oh, when we came here to teach, okay? We didn't come here to babysit people. If you want to act like this, your mom's got to deal with you.
Okay.
So yeah, and I think it worked, hey?
I think actually that's the best mechanism. Also, I think that thing Yahore, they actually made sure that the way Yahore punish us was to use your academics because of like you know that I gotta do something about
exactly. Come on, long Joe. Yay, there's a lot on the line. No?
Yeah,
there's a lot on the line.
Oh, that's cool.
No, okay. The mentality regarding life after high school. How was that? Like, was it always like, I want to go somewhere, I want to go to a certain varsity after school, do I want to go work or yeah, I've got my matric, it's done?
I like for me, like as we're having conversations like this, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and we are talking about our own experiences. So what I'm saying also doesn't mean that everybody that went Kotsoahidi was thinking like I was thinking. But when you know, also, for me, in our days, I remember we'd have conversations because I think most of the people some from like grade 10, 11, 12, and some were repeating and stuff. So in some conversation you hear things like like these are like random daily conversations when you're talking about life after school. Like those are like this is now like your environment, you know, and the way of thinking that actually, but I'm in varsity, dog. You know, was you wasting time? You understand? Some had that in their mind, but they were not around my sector, and they were not like in my class. I cannot think of anybody right now. I love you guys that I can think of that was thinking of varsity life. Maybe they were, and some did actually go to school and stuff after that. But a lot of people that I maybe surrounded myself with, yeah, they were always in some. No, that's like time wasting. Like,
so do you have friends that you went to school with, same class, same, that went to varsity immediately after?
No, definitely not. Everybody that we were having conversations with, nobody did nothing. Nobody did that.
So what happened?
What happened was that I know for me when I was pushing my last year, matric, my friend Koketsu was in attending Ko JM. The discipline so it was firmer than ours, and I think their state of mind I'd like to believe was just on par. Because when we'd hook up, I remember on the last year he'd say, "Ish, next year varsity this," and my reply in my head, and even when I'm talking to him, like I know I'm gonna pass matric. You understand? Like it was just that I know I'm gonna pass matric. As to what I'm gonna do after that, like my mission is to pass matric, and his was to go further. And believe you me, I learned got my matric year that whatever you say you're gonna do and you're gonna get, you're actually capable of getting. I set a goal to get a matric. I got that. It was hard because I got sick along the way and everything, but there's no excuse. But I eventually got what I said I was gonna get. Eugene said he's going to varsity, and he went to varsity. He went and maintained and got his degree. So that tells you about the state of mind in terms of growing up. I don't think we were molded, you know, enough to understand that we are a generation that can actually go and better ourselves out of that high school. Like we didn't get so much. It was the same as these career exhibitions. My girl, I'm telling you, those things for us, they nearly trippy. Choreo snap. Zombaya ntate Jody. And stuff. Like it wasn't really that thing. I'm being honest. It wasn't really the thing of just saying that actually we are about to leave school and we have to prep our lives. What are we doing after this? No, dog. Nothing. Like we just, even when we were there, I think we did go poking or something. Even when we were there, it was just life, just walking around. There's pamphlets there.
Papers.
You just have because of his traveling. You have those papers and then you tell her what you want. But it had nothing to do with the fact that you are finishing matric and there's life after matric. So I can say that other schools were well prepared. I don't know about now. I think now things may be evolved because of right now also the generations that are just behind us, they really amped up. I just hope that also in Zwaedi, like we have that now, that you know, being taught like from grade to grade that you know what you want to do, and that sense of language is actually quite important, I feel.
It's very important. Like I wanted to say now, Harry, you know, with us, getting to Granville, getting into grade 8, there was always something that your teachers would make you look forward to. So when you get to grade 8, it's about, hey, you're a junior, you made it to a grade school, you better be privileged, act privileged, work towards grade 9. Grade 9 is the last time you'll be doing these subjects and what. And in grade 9, you're going to be choosing now subjects that they're going to be building your career up. So from grade 8, you were thinking about, okay, I need to get to grade 9 with good grades so that I can fit like grade 9 when I have to choose my my subject in grade 10, right? And then in grade 9, they'll tell you, hey guys, you know, you have to work hard because next year you're going to be seniors of the school and you'll be choosing your subjects. And your subjects are going to be based on how you perform on the subjects now, you know.
Yeah.
So you had to work hard on your, if you wanted to do math and science and things like that, you have to work hard on your maths, natural sciences, social sciences, whatever at that point, right? So then you get to grade 10. Grade 10 is like, hey guys, next year it's pre-matric. Pre-matric, these are the results that you're going to be applying with to go to varsity. So now you have to work hard. Now you've chosen your subjects, right? Now you have to work hard because you want to get to grade 11 with good marks so that when you apply for varsity, so you see, it was always like something to look forward to, something to work towards. Every single year from grade 8, like you had that mentality, hey, push it in, you know. So by the time you get to grade 11, because I think that's where we had our career guidance and things, you've already, actually by grade 9, there's this thing that we call an aptitude test. So you write this test and then it tells you what career is suitable for you based on what you've answered on that test, right?
Okay.
So from grade 9, you already have a basis of like, okay, an engineer or engineer. So it helps you to choose your subject. Okay? Yeah. And then now you've chosen your subjects, then you get to grade 11 and you have to go for career guidance. Career guidance, now you've already read up about these universities. Even before we go for career guidance, our LO teacher would always give us the application form, will always tell us about these different varsities, which one is the best, which one has what, which one has what. So you already go there with this mentality of, hey, how about the UP, I want to go to that store near UP, I want them to tell me about this and that. So you're already like prepared in a sense. Okay. So when you see all these different universities, you get excited for, yeah, I want to go to FITS, let me go to FITS and ask, do they have this, do they have what is the requirements and things like that. So like they build you up from yeah, so yeah, that's the one thing that I really do appreciate about it, because you're prepared, you know, life doesn't end here. There's somewhere that you're going, you know. Yeah. And for them it was never about matric results. Grenville never focused on 100% pass rate, yeah, no. They want you to go out of there and be something, you know. So that even also bring like people who have been to Grenville, who have done great for themselves, just like at an assembly or somewhere, just to give a speech or whatever. So yeah, for them it was never about 100% pass rate, although they did get it in the end. But yeah,
that is it's quite interesting actually.
It's quite interesting because I actually didn't realize that whilst I was in school, but now looking back, like it's a chain. Now I can see how everything was just connected. Linked.
Yeah.
Well, I understand.
That is so cool. Yeah. All I can say, Jay, would say, you know, after all's been said and done, you know, with the school attendance that I had, mustn't also sleep on the fact that we had one of the, like, the teachers were good. You understand? The teachers, we had the best teachers, I won't lie. The life science teachers, I think it was the mentality of the school kids. You understand? So sometimes, like, I think it goes back to actually something that we'll talk about some other time actually, but we cannot really put the blame on teachers. You understand? We cannot really put the blame on teachers when us as school kids were not doing what we were supposed to do. We had joy in teasing teachers. You understand that? We had joy in doing that. It was bad, but we did it because it looked cool. You understand? And when you've grown up, you think, damn, I was a dumbhead. I shouldn't have just been saying these things to that teacher. You know, because if you think of how sweet that teacher was And for you were just a teenager, just having fun off of such things, you know. So hence I say that actually our teachers were good. They were doing their job, like so well. Like I remember, like they were some of the best teachers that we had. Actually, just truth be told, I think the problem was just in us, and I hope, you know, for the kids that went to the same high school that as myself, I just hope that you'll understand that it's all on you, you know. It's really it's really all on you, and whatever you choose for yourself, because at the end of the day you are alone. Like this is your life. Whether you choose to listen to your teacher today, whether you choose to be a poser and not follow anything you're being told, that is all on you. You're gonna receive the consequences of whatever action you decide on this day or this year. You understand? So people just need to understand that we cannot put blame on the teachers.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I do agree with that. I think there's this greatness that can come out of any school. It doesn't matter. Like you don't have to go to a certain school to be somebody.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Like all you have to do is have a vision, have a dream, and do what needs to be done as a learner. Be a learner. You know, if you want to be a clever, fella for them for. Usaya skolong isitse go clever. You know,
Yeah.
ya skolong o nne ngwana sekolo. You know, and re tlogela go ilo tshenya matitjhere re isitse kwa o tsikeng bonkane go ilo tsuba go sekolong go ilo stouta. Like I said, especially in high school, we are all just naughty. We are discovering ourselves, you know. But do not on the goal. Do not miss the goal. Like let's all just try to, and especially for Banaba no, do you understand?
Yeah.
Because I feel like having gone through what we've gone through, we have experience. Do you understand? And we can actually light up those that are coming after us.
Yeah,
You don't have to really go to a certain school. All you have to do is play your part. You know, do your part and work hard.
And work hard, eh?
Exactly.
Work hard.
Exactly. The university, let me tell you, if you come from a unprivileged background and whatnot, because they want to help you out. Okay, you know, the government is also trying their part. I know people that are like very less privileged kids. But I'm going to veteran dude, just because they worked hard, they kept their eyes on the ball.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely. That's actually quite important that you mentioned that. It's quite important. Keep your eyes on the ball, and that's just the only thing that will take you anywhere you wanna go in life. That's just it. These other odd activities of just being a clever, that one is not gonna work out. And also as a medi, if you feel like you're a poser out here chilling with the taxi drivers and then checking, you know, being the girl, you know, it's also not gonna take you anywhere because of now Zugu you're pregnitis, now Mchita Zugu you're a clever, now you're in jail. It's a problem now. Your state of mind now starts to change. You're not thinking of the future, you're not thinking varsity, you have to think about that baby girl, you have to think of a whole lot of things. So I think people must just focus on the ball.
Definitely, guys, definitely. So yeah, man, that brings us to the end of our video. Thank you so much, guys, for coming back. Thank you for watching our video. Bonang a re bueng ko tlase re tlotleleng gore ne le irang lona ko sekolong
And like they must, eh?
Guys, please, let's have a conversation, okay? Like this video, share this video, okay? Show gore maki o batla bona gore pila hate go iragalang. You know, and guys, the most important thing, please subscribe and hit that bell notification for every time you re bona.
Because there's a buyer actually, like the conversations you guys actually are gonna relate to, like this one that we just had. I'm pretty sure when you're busy, that Africans conversation, that whole, she was running around the whole Granville when she was late. Like a whole lot of things. You guys can comment about your experiences in high school, and then let's just talk about things, man. And as she said, subscribe and hit the notification button because of we need you guys.
Definitely. Okay, guys. So these are the two villagers. Signing out.